Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Jen and you've tuned in to BPD Woman. On this channel, I discuss my experiences living with, managing, and recovering from borderline personality disorder. On this channel, I talk about everything from my own real-time experiences, whether that's worrying or catastrophizing, and I share that experience with you. We go over DBT skills, and then we just talk about other topics that may be of interest to you and your loved ones and family members. I am not a licensed anything. I don't have a PhD. I don't treat patients. However, I've lived with and managed the diagnosis for 20 years. And I've read every major study. I have every major text. I've been through DBT, and I actively work on recovery every day. So welcome. If you're new, thank you for coming back. And if, I always mess that line up. You know what? Welcome everybody. Thanks for being here. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Check out the videos. And if you're tuning back in, thanks for tuning back in. Quick video today. And the video is, will it ever get better? Ugh, right? I've been diagnosed with BPD. When is it gonna get better? Well, the answer is it can get better. That's the good news. That is the relief news. Yes, it freaking can get better, and I'm living proof. How long is it gonna take? That's a different story. It could take a long, long time. We are talking years, decades, the rest of your life. There is no changing completely your personality. Your personality is who you are. It was ingrained at you pretty solidly by the time you were 4 or 5 years old, when a lot of major developments happened in your life. And if you're like me, you were exposed to a lot of trauma, a lot of abuse. Your environment growing up was unstable, scary, invalidating, and both of your parents were either emotionally and or physically absent from your life. You fended for yourself. With that comes a lot of resolve and strength. Borderlines are super strong people. We are not give-uppers. So that's good on our side. But there is no changing completely who you are and your behavior. You know, borderline personality disorder, just like any personality disorder, is a series of maladaptive behaviors that essentially kind of get you in trouble because they're not effective to accomplishing your goals. Even though you want emotional stability, even though you want a partner, even though you want a job, financial security, these things can be hard to come by when you have BPD. So in short, yes, it can get better. How long is it going to take? Well, I've been dealing with it for 20 years and I have seen a lot of improvements. You know, when I was diagnosed, when I was about 20 years old, I was cutting my arm, I was drinking, I was smoking, I had to be hospitalized several times. It was hard for me to go into work. I lost many jobs along the way. I never thought I could be financially independent. I went from, you know, a long-term boyfriend to getting married, and then I was 30 years old before I was actually seriously living on my own, and that was just about 11 years ago. So you need to know that there are so many more resources out there right now that I didn't even have 5-10 years ago, that our parents didn't have 20-30 years ago. You've got YouTube, you've got the internet, you have so many books, resources, forums, awareness. You know, I always say in my videos, if you have borderline personality disorder, congratulations, because you have one of the most treatable, well-researched personality disorders that are out there. The goal of recovery is to decrease emotional lability and to increase effective behaviors and decrease distorted thinking to help achieve your goals. It's going to take a long time. now I'm at a place where I'm financially independent. I live on my own. I don't need to be in a relationship with anyone. I don't relationship hop anymore. I've been single for a year now. Prior to my last relationship, I was single for about 2 years. I run my own business. I made the decision that working in the corporate world and the stress that comes with working with other personalities in high stress environments just was not helpful to me. I have better self-care. I don't drink. I don't drug. The strongest thing I take all day is coffee. I have learned to regulate my emotions, and I think that I have been able to do these DBT skills now with more intrinsic help, that they come more naturally to me. But that takes a long time, guys. And so, yes, it's possible to get better. Yes, it's possible to have smoother relationships. Yes, it's possible to take better care of yourself. Yes, it's possible to be financially independent and to get all of those things that you want. But what's it going to take? Well, dig your heels in, kids, because it's going to take years. It's going to take money. It's going to take you buckling down and doing the work, setting aside for the homework, committing to DBT, not dropping out, not going to 5 sessions and never coming back. It's about making your recovery a priority. Think about being in a car accident and they're like, you're going to be in a wheelchair the rest of your life unless you go to physical therapy. Well, would you go to physical therapy? You're damn right you'd go to physical therapy. And in fact, I had a similar injury. I had a really serious knee injury, and I was in physical therapy the better part of a year. I still have lingering issues with muscle soreness and other problems that are a part of that injury. But you make damn sure that during my PT, I may not have eaten lunch that day, but I did physical therapy. I may have, not gotten a lot of sleep that night, but I did my physical therapy that day. It's about the commitment to change. It is realizing that it's not going to happen overnight. And that can be hard to settle into, because those of us with BPD, there's a really interesting video on Dr. Daniel Fox. I promote his channel a lot. He's a PhD and specialist in treating personality disorders. He has a great channel, super non-judgmental, very easy to understand. He had a video that BPD and ADHD can be very similar, meaning, I think for me, that means that the impulsivity control, the wanting of things to happen quickly, that can be hard to sit and wait. We have an impulsivity that we want it now. We want to, have our recovery come to us like, 10 episodes of The Crown come to us on Netflix, right? We don't want to wait once a week for Disney to release The Mandalorian. Love that show. So it is possible, but what you are going to need more than anything is resolve and commitment to yourself. And if you have that, then you can figure out things like getting a support network in place, finding a DBT class, finding the money, making the money. I have another video I just released. It's called Resources for BPD, and that helps you take a look at the books that I recommend getting into, how to find a provider, how to find a good DBT class, an effective DBT class. I want to give you hope. I want to tell you it's not going to be easy. I'm going to tell you that the pains and the holes that you feel in your life from childhood, for me, that's not having a family base, not a healthy one. That's not having parents that were present for me then or now. That's never going to go away. That's not going away. And I carry that with me. But I still have had great holidays. I've still felt supported. I've still had people there for me when I needed. It's possible. I hope that's been helpful and hopeful. Thanks for tuning into BPD Woman. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.